Hey guys, it's Echo, and today we're going to talk about one of my first terrariums and oldest terrariums that I put together in 2020. I'm gonna go grab her. Okay. This is her in all of her glory. I'm gonna set her on my chair. I feel like if we do it this way, y'all can kind of get the gist. There's soil down here for like this much, so it doesn't really matter what's down here. Here she is! Almost 5 years later, she's stuffed to the brim with plants, literally overflowing with this beautiful, beautiful spiderwort. Look at how long. Look at how crazy. And all I did to start this off was throw a bunch of clippings into this big old jug. I'm not sure if the spider plant I put in here made it, but the moss. We have the silver Ann. Where's a good leaf that's pointing? The silver Ann, one of my favorite plants. Sadly, the mother plant of her died, but I still, I'm carrying her love with me. And honestly, as you can see from this video, from TikTok way back in 2020, this jar was literally just some dirt and clippings in it. Like, it took off over the years, and I'm so excited. I'd really love to do a terrarium with you guys on here, and maybe put it, don't mind these sticky things, I've been doing TikToks with my iPad. I'm gonna kneel down beside it so you guys can get a gist to just how big it is. It's huge. Like, I could curl up and live in there. As you can probably tell, oh, there's a little bit of mold in it. Huh. Okay, well, that's alarming. I just noticed that. But we've got a ton of spiderwort. We got silver Ann pothos. We've got Christmas moss galore. The roots look so cool. I'm kind of sad this doesn't get any taller. I threw some other clippings back in the day in here too, like Phetonias. Like I said, the spider plant. You'll see in this video, I'll throw up the names on screen too, of all the different plants I shoved in this as just clippings. I barely buried them. I just let them take. And a lot of people ask for updates to this day, so here's a good long video about it. Though I kind of miss how simple TikTok used to be, I do feel like it went downhill in the last couple of years, I won't lie. I remember too, before my sticker videos took off, I was at about 15K just for plants. Plants, and funny little skits, which I stopped doing because I'm lazy. Maybe I'll bring them back. But I'd love to start doing plant content again because I love my plants. If I had to guess the length of this, I gotta say it's about 2.5, maybe 3 feet. And that's just coming from the jar. The plant inside, as you guys can tell, has just taken over. I'm scared it's actually gonna choke out my satin pothos that's in there, which would be sad, but at least she's thriving. I mean, it's crazy. I don't think younger me would have expected her to turn into this. And a lot of people I remember on TikTok didn't expect it to actually take. But joke's on you, suckers! No, I'm joking, but if you guys do want to see me set up a terrarium, maybe comment down your favorite plants that are good in terrariums, or, just give this video a good like. It's just so crazy. I didn't make a script or anything for this, so I'm just winging it. The soil is an actual layered, like you'd see in a normal terrarium. There's rocks on the bottom. I put a little bit of lava rock down there too. Nowadays I put a mesh in between that and the soil layer, but this one I didn't. It's just going. And the spider wort does not seem to mind. And I just want to say, if you guys ever want to make a terrarium, just go for it. It's good to take advice, but I wouldn't listen to people that are like, you can't possibly house a plant in that. because it's simply not true. The art of bonsaiing says you can take any plant and keep it small if you want to. And, I mean, there's always an exception, like I wouldn't put a tree in a jar, you know? But I say it's worth it. Follow your dreams. And you know, I am curious how it's gonna go over the next 5 years, like 5 years just about with this, and it's crazy. Now think of it at 10. There was a guy who kept, I think it was a bunch of pothos alive in a jar for like a really long time. I'll pull him up too. Just crazy. If you're gonna start a terrarium though, step 1, find your glass you wanna use. Be a jar, maybe like an actual aquarium. You can use anything. I'm telling you. A good strong place to start, in my opinion, would be moss. Moss is great and causes like this cool trickle effect up the glass, but also a coverage plant, so the soil's not super bare. I would also think of different levels that you want to see, so like maybe a tall plant and then some shorter plants. That way it causes like a height difference and it's fun on the eyes too. This also I put together before I got my terrarium tools, but I would highly recommend terrarium tools if you're gonna do this. As you can see in the video, I just used a really long stick. That's it. But with the tools, you can pick the exact spots that you want, easily bury them too. Hamlet was supposed to do this video with me, but he started eating the spiderwood. The spiderwort plant, so I had to bring him back upstairs because that's not okay. But he was there also when I made this terrarium. He loved it. He thought it was so fun. Personally too, if you're gonna do a terrarium, there are open terrariums, which this one technically is, but if I had the heart to break all this, I would actually cap it, so then it's forced to keep cycling through. Because eventually, it will clog the hole naturally, but I still have to water it from time to time. That's probably why there's some rot in there. Maybe one of the next times I water it, I'll throw some springtails to kind of help with that over the years. They would love it in here. It stays humid, there's food for them, moss for them to hide in, you know, the good stuff. Springtails are cute little tiny bugs. They almost look like what kids' picture lice looks like, you know? Even though they're not white. That's the best way I could describe them. But they eat all the bad stuff. So like mold, decaying leaves, mildew in general. They just need quite a bit of moisture to stay alive, I'm pretty sure. Kind of like an isopod. Which I love isopods too. I have a big round terrarium upstairs in my bedroom I use as a nightlight. I got tired. Oh yeah, I have a big round terrarium upstairs that I use as a nightlight. Because here's the fun tip too. You can set your plant lights to any times of the day, right? You could set it from midnight to 10 a.m. or like 12, I guess. I like to do 12 hours with mine, my plants in general. Before, I would only give them 8 hours of life, but I've seen such a difference since I've upped the lighting to 12 hours. I have it set from 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. So all throughout the night, I get to see my little isopods running around. It started with indoor plants, and then I added some clover from outside. I would not recommend. It's taking over the whole tank, but it looks really cute. And for a while, I had a jumping spider living in it, but it didn't go too well. I don't really know what happened. She just kind of disappeared. I'm assuming she died. Maybe she's hiding out in a part that I can't see. Because I believe it's like a 10-gallon huge orb. It's adorable. I bought it from a plant shop nearby. I saw it and I just, I gave myself a couple days to think about it because it was a little bit expensive. But Dan said he'd buy it for me, so we went back and got it. Keep it fun, keep it fresh. And, I make sure you have cleaner bugs in your closed terrariums especially. and not to overwater before you close it off. Like, if you're seeing condensation constantly on the glass, I'd leave it open for like a day or two, just to let it air out. But yeah, keep creating, keep keeping plants. It's one of the best hobbies in the world. If you're nervous about plant keeping, I also highly recommend terrariums because they're very hands-off. And you just get happy little guys like this. Lighting is very important too. If you're gonna just set your terrarium next to a window, it going through your filtered window and then the filter of the glass for your terrarium might not be enough light. So I've been using, I'll throw up a picture somewhere, these knockoff halo lights. They're like a little bit cheaper, which is why I buy these ones instead. But they work beautifully. My plants upstairs love them. Down here, I have more high-tech, like bigger lights for the whole room. I do have a sad update for y'all too about my variegated monstera. The cats knocked over one of those halo lights on it, and one of the leaves, oh no, it got burnt. I'll do a video on just that for you guys soon too. Just because it's a little wild and now I have to deal with that for a long time because I get like a leaf a month if I'm lucky. Oh, Scotty. And speaking of the cats, I still plan to do a catnip video of them and a Hamlet appreciation video, which I haven't done in years, but he deserves it. He's 13 now, gorgeous as ever. I just really love my cats. But if you guys enjoyed this video, I hope you will let me know. I am gonna keep creating plant videos, but I hope this makes you want to start a terrarium too. Maybe in a giant jug like me. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you when I see you, I guess. Have a good day, everyone. Love ya. Bye! Back. Oh, she's so heavy.